What's going on, Titan Nation? Thank you for tuning in to the Two Tone Zone. I am your host, Mr. Two Tone, and as always, I'm here with my co-host D Weez. D Weez, say what up to Titan Nation, my brother.
What up? Let's
What
get it
it
going. Tighten up. Tighten
what it
up.
what it do? What it do, man? D Weez, man, so good to see you, my guy. Always a pleasure
Always,
seeing you, man.
always, always, man.
Absolutely,
Always, always.
A- absolutely, man. So hey, man, let's talk about this game this weekend, man. We got Motor City visiting Music City this weekend, man. So you got Motown coming down to Music City. What do you think is going to be the outcome of this game, man? What are your thoughts?
Oh man,
What up, Chris?
man. Oh, Chris in the build. He didn't have to change his avatar.
Suda man, what up, bro? Yes, sir. 200 subs,
What
man.
up, Sue? What up, brother? What's going on, man?
We're definitely thankful and grateful for those subs, folks. So all of our subs and all the folks that came and stopped by and showed us love, thank you so much, man. Whether that's
What up?
friends, family, Titan Nation, you know what I mean. Thank you so much for helping us get to that spot. So on the road to 300 now. Let's get it. Let's make it happen.
Right. That's right. But no, man. For the prediction, man. Hey, man. I think we're gonna have a good game. Hopefully, Derrick Henry gets 200 plus. Again. Let's go. Let's get on track to that 2K club. The Lions, they look so good versus the Packers last week, man. You know what I mean? Always the Packers, it seems like they're always favoring that matchup, but they didn't look too good versus the Packers, man. That it looked like Aaron Rodgers was having a good time slinging that ball around, and hopefully we have the same success. Hopefully we can get some big plays from AJ and Corey. You know what I mean? Hopefully, like I said, we get, Mark, Derrick Henry. You know what I mean? Hopefully, King Hen himself. You know what I mean? Let's get him to that 2K club, man. 200 plus. Let's go, man. Well, how you feeling about this matchup, brother?
Man, I'm excited, man. Being that it's our 13th matchup with them in history. So right now, this is the week 15 will be our 13th matchup with them, and right now we lead the series 9-3. So the last time they beat us was when we were the Oilers. And the last time we played them was back in 2016. I believe the score was 16-15. Tennessee Titans won that game. So I'm hoping we can keep on this upwards path when we play this NFC North team. I mean, what I've noticed with them, D Weez, is that they strike first, man. They score. They get in the end zone.
Yeah.
And then they can't sustain the lead. You know what I mean? But the defense is ranked number 29 overall in the NFL. So with that being said, that's probably one of the problems. But also too, we've actually dropped in the rankings, man. We're ranked 26 overall.
We dropped again, huh?
Yeah, we dropped. So we went up in offensive overall ranking. Right now we're ranked third in overall offense in the NFL. So kudos to the boys for that. But as far as our defense goes, man, we have a top 10 offense, but we have a 10 worst defenses in the league. Same as Seattle, top 10 offense, but their defense is trash. You know what I'm saying? So we got to figure it out, because you know what we always say, man. Defense wins championships. Straight up.
Well, I mean, they're not even sure if Stafford's going to play or not.
I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play. I mean, his X-rays came back negative on his rib injury. I think he's going to play, man. Straight up. Hey, real quick, let's dive into these comments real quick. We got Chris Johnson says, y'all remember Steve McNair? Of course I remember Steve McNair, my man. Of course. Speaking of Steve McNair, we're going to dedicate 30 minutes of Two-Tone Hour on Saturday to remembering Steve McNair. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Thanks for bringing that up. Absolutely. Sudaman says, if Henry averages 191 per game, he will be the single season rushing record. Absolutely.
He'll tie.
He'll tie? Is that what he said? Okay.
Yeah, he'll tie the single season.
Oh, okay. For sure. Absolutely, man. I know he's 468 yards away. So if he can get 155 plus in these next 3 games, man, we're definitely on the road to 2K for that, man. So definitely crown the king, man. Absolutely. Let's crown him early, because he's gonna get it.
Yep.
But actions speak louder than words any day. So yeah, man. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about this Detroit Lions offense. Let's talk about it. So you think Matthew Stafford is going to suit up, or do you think he's going to be on the bench?
Well, he suffered like rib cartilage injury or something like that. You can't play with those ribs, man. You get hit, you break them ribs, man. It's hard to. I mean, players play through it. I mean, you know, they got that protective gear and stuff, but you know, I mean, who knows, man? If he takes one, they're going to be going for those ribs all game, boy. You know, fresh out the grill, man. You know what I mean? We're going to some ribs, baby.
Well, I mean, depending on the injury, man, it's going to be a business decision for him. You know what I mean? Is it something like, I mean, right now they're dead last in the NFC North, so it's like, do I play or do I not play? You know, he's been sacked 37 times this year.
Yeah,
that's not saying much because our defense. I don't think our defense is going to even get to him, so he might play. Let's just be honest, man. We had 0 sacks last week. We have 14 sacks on the year. That's not going to cut it, man. So he might play. He might play against Tennessee, man. That's my guess because our pass rush is non-existent at times. So I think he's going to play.
Well, let's get him then, man. I mean, if he's going to play, man, we got to attack them ribs, boy. Clean that plate. You know what I mean?
I mean, stay within the confines of the game. Don't hurt that man. But if it happens, it happens. You know what I mean?
Nah. I mean, you know, if he goes in there, bro, there's no way he's going to be able to handle getting sacked and all. I mean, they're not going to go in there soft on him, but you just want him to wrap him up and just throw him down nicely. Come on, man. Them dudes is in there to get paid. Let's go.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you guys. It's definitely, you got to make a statement out there and get paid. But he's a gunslinger, though, too. You know, he's been balling this year. He's got 3,522 yards, 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. You know, that's pretty crappy there. But at the end of the day, man, we all know that he
got some weapons.
Right, he's a good pocket passer. You know what I'm saying? He handles pressure well. I noticed that his timing is either on or off, man, because he definitely overthrows cats a lot. So those weapons you're talking about, that's going to be the key to, I believe, us winning the game, is stopping the receiving core.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because they got some running backs. They got Adrian Peterson. They got DeAndre Swift. They got Kerryon Johnson, and I believe they have what's his name, Jamal Agnew. So they got some running backs, but they're only averaging 90 yards rushing per game. So I don't think that's going to be a big problem for us. And you know, we're definitely better in stopping the run. So we just got to make sure our secondary is sound and disciplined. And speaking of our secondary being sound and disciplined, good news: Christian Fulton was activated today from the
Rook's back. The Rook's back. He's back. Well, he was gone since before the Bengals game, right?
I believe so. It's been
right before that loss we took.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. So it's definitely going to be good to have him back if he's back. You know, Marvin Jones Jr., man, and you got Marvin Hall Jr. Marvin Jones Jr. has got 667 receiving yards, 51 catches, and 6 touchdowns. The dude's not that big, but he's strong. You know what I mean? He's fast. He's swift. You know, shout out to Marvin Jones Jr., man. Absolutely.
Speaking of receivers, you see that the Vikings released our boy Sharp?
I say we pick him back up, man.
You say pick him back up for that, you know, just bring him back real quick, man. He only played in 4 games.
Right. With Humphreys being out, man, you know, for God knows how long, you know what I mean? Definitely I want him to take his time. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, last year, knock on wood for that boy.
Like Tajay Sharp is like he's no Hall of Famer, he's no Pro Bowler by any means, but you know, he's had some big catches for us, man. You know, like last year, let's see, he had 25 catches for 329 yards. He had 4 touchdowns, man. And you know, I felt like he was an asset to our team rather than a liability, just from what I've seen. And you know, he's a great teammate too. He got a good sense of humor, and he's been with us, so he knows the system and he knows the program. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, I think it would not be a bad move to just, you know, kind of look into it. You know, Kenny Stills too, and I was reading something on Paul Richardson. You know, he's available too. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I was reading up on that earlier. So it's just something to look into, man. We don't necessarily know the extent of Humphrey's injuries right now. You know what I mean? But
right.
Something to look into. I mean, if it makes sense and they can make the numbers work on both, and all parties are happy, let's make it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, bro.
You know, so
bring him back. Why not?
Right. But let's go back to the quarterback situation. So if Stafford doesn't play, you know, Chase Daniel's gonna end up playing. You know, veteran quarterback going in his 12th season, play with the Bears, the Saints, the Eagles, the Chiefs. You know, not your necessarily, you know, typical traditional quarterback. He's only 6 feet tall. So it's like kind of like night and day with your quarterback position. Like, so could that be a benefit for our defensive line? You think we can actually get to Chase Daniel? You think we can get to him?
You saw what we did to Mike Glennon.
We definitely, man. Hey, Mike Glennon was saying, Mike Glennon was seeing ghosts out there. He was seeing ghosts.
Don't bring no backup quarterbacks to us. Don't bring them. They're getting ate up too.
Right, but we didn't get no sacks on Mike Glennon. All we did was bring the pressure. We didn't execute.
Well, the sack we supposed to get, he threw it away, bud.
Hey, we didn't get. Hey, he threw it away. It does not count.
That was a personal victory. That's a personal victory. The sack, dude. The sack we're supposed to get, he threw it away, bud. It's all right. That's a personal victory.
I got you. Man, what do you think about DeAndre Swift, man? I was watching film on that dude. That boy's
nice. That boy's nice, man. Hey, yo, DeAndre Swift's nice. Marvin Jones Jr., Amendola, he's not as he used to be, but he's still a threat out there. Right. You know, man, you gotta watch out, man. They got a lot of good weapons on offense, man. That Stafford just loves to keep himself in games with. You know what I mean? Like,
facts, man. Hey, and he's got a really good tight end, man. TJ Hawkinson. That dude's nice, man. 6 touchdowns, 58 catches.
Yeah,
for 657 yards. He's good. He's good in the red zone. He's good going over the middle. He runs routes pretty well. He's got low key, decent speed. And he blocks too. And then to complement that, they have another tight end, Jesse James. He's a big cat. He's 6'7" right now. He's got 2 touchdowns, 12 receptions. He's not balling out too much, but it's a nice compliment to TJ Hawkinson. So, that being said, our linebackers got to be sound that game. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Will Compton, David Long Jr. Hey, your microphone is muted. There you go.
You hear me?
Yeah,
okay.
No, absolutely.
No. I was saying, and not to only give their offense praise. You know what I mean? Their defense, they come with it too. They got who's the boy that got 7 sacks? Okwara, I think that's his name.
Romeo Okwara.
Yeah, Okwara. Yeah. He got 7 sacks on the year, man. You know what I mean? That boy's putting in work. You know what I mean? So we
need to come with that type of tenacity, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Only if he was playing for us.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
What do you think about what's his name, man? Kenny Golladay. Is he gonna play? It was rumored that he might not be playing this weekend.
He might not be playing. He's questionable.
Got you.
Oh, I mean, that boy's good too, man. You can't take credit away from none of these guys who are in the league, man.
I'm really impressed.
Any given day, man, they can go off, man. Sure. Any given day, man. Any given day, bro.
I'm impressed with DeAndre Swift, man. I watched him with some jump cuts, catching the ball in the backfield. I mean, he literally jumped over some cats earlier in the season, like 2 or 3 defenders jumped over him. He's athletic, and he's not even that big a guy. You know what I mean? No. He's what is he? How tall is he? 5'9". He's 212 pounds. Like he's not even. Yep. But he plays with power, bro, and he plays with skill and will. And you can't teach that. So
and you got AP back there. You got AP back there, man. You know what I mean?
He looked good early on in the season, man. But right now he's got 508 yards. Yeah, they're not really, like I said, they're rushing for like 90 yards right now. They're not really killing it, man. Hey, real quick, let's dive into these comments. I don't want to miss out. Josiah Rutt, what's going on, man? That's one of my players. He plays on my basketball team. What's up, my guy?
What up?
Let's see. Chris John said, "Yeah, I remember when McNair and George played. They were great. Absolutely." Kyle Scott says, "Hello. What up, Mr. Scott? What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in.
Kyle? What's going on, bro?
Hey, y'all make sure y'all share this video and hit the like button. Definitely do those 2 things for us. Absolutely. Appreciate y'all coming in. I want to shout out my boy Connor. He was subscriber 197 yesterday, and I told him I would shout him out like live on the show because I appreciate it, man. He shared the video with some family and friends, so shout out to my boy Connor for that one. Subscriber 197, man. Absolutely.
All right, word.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I had to throw that in there real quick before I forgot.
Now get her done. Get her done.
Yeah, let's talk about Danny Amendola, man. 0 touchdowns for 539 yards, though. I mean, he's still a factor out there.
I told you that. Yeah, I was just saying that. That boy still he comes with it, man.
Right. He definitely does come with it. Former Patriot. Why'd they get rid of him?
Just the same reason why they got rid of Wes Welker. His time was up.
I got you.
It looks like the only one sustaining that role is Edelman. You know what I mean? But his days are probably numbered there too.
Mm-hmm.
You know how that go.
Right. Muhammad Sanu Jr. He's still there. Quintez Cephas. Watching film on him earlier today. He's not bad, man. He doesn't get very many targets, but he's not bad. When they do pass it to him, he does make good thing happen.
Well, he only got 16 receptions on the year. You know what I mean? You gotta. This is where you know what I mean. I think Fulton's going to play a big part of this game because that's what I'm saying. We've been needing that. Cornerback 2, cornerback 3.
Right.
You know what I mean. So I think that this is going to be. I think they're going to step up and really shut down. Hopefully shut down Stafford to bare minimum. You know what I mean?
Right. Malcolm Butler's got to be on point again, man. We need that same energy from last week.
Yeah,
bring that
put pressure.
Right. So what are your keys on defense for our Titans, man? What do you recommend if you're how do you prepare if you're Vrabel and Shane Bowen? Like, how do you prepare?
Do not let Stafford get in a rhythm. Right. Do not let AP and Swift get this like 1-2 punch energy, where AP out of nowhere brings out that like flashes of old AP.
But don't sleep on Kerryon Johnson and don't sleep on Jamal Agnew. Don't sleep on those two cats either, because I think they have the ability to make big plays happen. But my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just want to let you know. Don't sleep on those cats.
No, you're good. I'm just saying, don't sleep on it. Just continue to apply pressure. Defensively, man, we need 2 picks. We need 2 picks this game. Yep. Let's get 2 picks. We need 2
on the table.
We left, man. I know that those guys are probably they probably losing sleep over that. I almost lost sleep over it. I was sleeping with one eye open. Had that pick. You know what I mean? Wake up in a nightmare. You know what I mean? But no, bro, that's what I'm saying, man. Hopefully we get at least 2 picks this week. Pick off Stafford. That man. Let's get him out, man. Let's get him out of there. Let's just, like I said, man, let's make every game now a statement game. You know what I mean? Bring that defensive intensity, bring that offensive intensity, and let's eat off each other. Let's eat off the offense, eat off the defense. You know what I mean? They vibe off each other. Let's get that going, because when we got that team camaraderie, man, it's like ain't no stopping us, bro.
Right, and we're all on the same page, man. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. We gotta make sure we get pressure on whoever the quarterback is, whether that's Chase Daniel or whether that's Matt Stafford. Get pressure on those guys, contain DeAndre Swift, contain Marvin Jones Jr. too, man. He's a beast. So definitely make sure
he can go off at any time. He's
right.
Who do we play? And I was like, this dude goes off in the 4th quarter every time. What team was that?
It was Allen Robinson from Chicago.
Yeah, from Chicago. Yeah, good looking out. Yeah, I was like, dude, he's one of those Allen Robinson guys. Like, bro, quiet the whole game. All of a sudden, 4th quarter. 4 catches, 120 yards. Like where did this come from?
Right. Well, I mean, so our pressure, our defensive line has got to get to the quarterback, man, because we can't keep sustaining our DBs, man, in coverage for 10 or more seconds. It's just it's just impossible.
I'm okay.
It's impossible.
I'm okay with it. Let's just get off the field on 3rd down.
Big Jeff, you got to be present this game, man. You can't be clogging up holes, man. We need you to get some sacks.
Just clog it up here. Where you going? Right.
Need you to get some sacks, Big Jeff, Big Hefe. We need some sacks.
He said, "You can call me Jeff, but my friends call me Jeffrey."
Right. Hey, so we get Tierre Tart. He's back, from his suspension. Hopefully Vaccaro's feeling better. You know what I mean? So. And then we got to capitalize on every opportunity to get turnovers, man. Whether that's fumbles or interceptions, my guy. Like, we definitely got to be on top of it. Bayer leads our team right now with 87 tackles. Malcolm Butler's got 3 interceptions right now. I think he's tied with Amani Hooker in that regard. Yeah. So, Harold Landry.
He's not tied with first downs though.
Right. Harold Landry, we need you to step up. Will Compton, we need you to step up. David Long Jr., Rashawn Evans. Hey, when that ball comes your way, Rashawn, catch that football.
God. Yeah, you heard me, John. Yeah, you heard me, Two-Tone. I said he doesn't have as many first downs. Are you kidding me?
Right.
You heard me.
So, yeah, brother. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Hey, so we dropped. Now we're 26 overall. And, we're giving up 273.6 yards passing right now. We're giving those up, and we're almost giving up 114 yards rushing. And like I said, we only had those 14 sacks. I mean, so this could be a game where hopefully, we've been talking about it and having our fingers crossed, but hopefully this is the game where we can get some sacks, right? Because there's opportunities, right? Definitely.
There's always opportunities. Our line can't compete with any offensive line, bro. I don't know why, but it seems like the sack luck has not been on our side. It seems like every quarterback's able to get the pass off or throw it away as soon as we wrap them up. I don't know if we're just, more cautious of not making sure we get a penalty on hitting the quarterback. But we need to bring that quarterback down as soon as we come in contact with him. It just seems like I said last game, dude, that once I feel like we did have a sack, but Glennon got rid of it right at the last minute. I'm like, all right, cool, but hey, man, it is what it is.
There's got to be synergy going on from our pass rush in the secondary. Like I think it's bound to happen right now. It's bound to happen sooner than later, man. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
I'm telling you, Adoree Jackson's going to be like Bobby Boucher in Waterboy. Like, you remember that time Adoree Jackson came back and for the playoffs and we won the AFC Championship.
I hope he comes back, man. I mean, that's just gonna be such a great asset when and if he comes back, dude. So fingers crossed. And let's dive into these comments real quick. We got Sudaman said, I don't think Compton is really playing. David Long played 100% of snaps last week. That's because Will Compton sometimes is, he's a liability. Not gonna lie, he's definitely a liability out there. I love him. I love his effort and I love his show. Busting with the boys with Taylor Lewan. You know what I mean? But he's definitely a liability out there sometimes. We got Kyle Scott says, what are your predictions? He says 35-21 Titans. Looks like Sudaman said 38-17. I was thinking about it, and I was talking to Chris Johnson earlier. I was thinking 34-13 Titans. That's my prediction. Let me write that down real quick before I forget. What do you think, D Weez?
Man, I think give me Cocoa Puffs. Hey man, give me that I hit that 31 last week, man. That 31 was real nice to me last week, man. It was real nice.
Today, Junior.
34-23.
34-23. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, what is it? A 10.5 point? We're a 10.5 point favorite right now to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
I got you for sure, man. Okay. Let's see if we have any more comments here that we need to get to. Chris Johnson said if Stafford plays, y'all are about to retire him. Well, he's in his 12th season, man. He's taking a beating. He's so low to the state of Michigan, the city of Detroit. He's so loyal. He's definitely got the bag with him too. So he's getting paid. He's getting paid to take them licks, take them hits. Kyle Scott says, "I'm gonna be pissed if the Lions win." Oh, dude, I'm gonna be livid, man.
If the Lions win,
that's what he said. I'm gonna be pissed if the Lions win. Let's see. He said today, Junior. Hey, that is a good movie, man. Shout out to Adam Sandler on that one. Hey, by the way, we're movie buffs, so we definitely throw in references all the time. So not only do we love our Titans, we love our good comical movies. We love them. Lions said they're not optimistic that Stafford will play. Hey, that could be smoke and mirrors. They could just be trying to throw us off a little bit. John Romero, what's up, my guy? That's another one of my players on there. Thanks for tuning in, my guy. Make sure you hit that like button.
What's up, bro?
Share the video, man. I'm sorry your Steelers lost the other day too. Absolutely, man. Hey, so let's dive into the Lions defense real quick, man. Like we talked about earlier, they're ranked 29 overall, so it's not really anything to be concerned about. But they do got some key players out there. I think we should at least acknowledge. You know what I mean, and take into consideration. Am I right?
Yeah, always, man. You got it.
Right. So let's see here. We got linebacker James Collins, 91 tackles, 1 sack right now. Deron Harmon, He's got 2 interceptions right now. He's one of their safeties, and they actually have some strong safeties. Tracy Walker, you know what I mean? J-Ron Kurz, and you have Deron Harmon. So those guys are actually a huge pivotal piece to their defense because their corners are definitely suspect.
Right.
Definitely out there on those edges. And we have some premier receivers, man. You know what I mean? So we definitely need to make sure we're sound and we're running our routes and make sure we have good timing. So we got to make sure we protect Tannehill too. I mean, these guys only have how many sacks they have? 18 sacks. Tannehill's been sacked 19 times this year. So we got to keep that man upright and just keep him with a chance to actually make a play. You know what I mean? So make sure our blocking is solid. Not to give these guys too much credit on the Lions defense, but just make sure that we're still sound and we're playing to the best of our abilities and don't stop blocking until you hear that whistle.
They said who's your least favorite team?
Man, there's quite a few. Like even though now they're the Los Angeles Rams, I still don't like that franchise. You know what I mean? They took the Super Bowl out from underneath us, man. They took that trophy away from us, man. So I would have to say the Los Angeles Rams, then the Colts.
I'm just gonna say the Browns.
Really?
I just do not like the Browns, bro.
Foster Tate, what's up, bro? Thanks for tuning in, man. Tighten up indeed.
Yo, tighten up. What's up, Mr. Tate?
Let's see what Kyle Scott, he said. I still don't like the Patriots, but I hate them as much as I used to.
I don't hate them.
I guess I need to make my screen bigger over here with these comments, man. I need to get some glasses.
Oh, I got your back, bro.
All right, cool. I appreciate that. Hey, Mr. Doomis, man. Hey, tighten up for sure. What's going on, man? Hope you're having a good evening. He said, I'm pissed at the Chiefs. I'm not so much pissed at the Chiefs. I'm kind of pissed at the refs. There was some bad either no calls or some non-existent holding penalties, man. Some weird stuff happened that game. I'm gonna say I hate the refs more than I hate the Chiefs.
Did you see the game last night? Man, could you believe that?
I can believe it. I mean, I actually like Lamar Jackson. I actually respect him.
There was like 40 penalties in that game. Like I'm saying, just speaking of refs, just correlating that to what you're saying about the refs. Like, there's so many penalties. It's like, man. But Mahomes, man. There's a scheme. Somebody has to figure out that equation. We almost had it last year. We almost had it.
The good thing about Andy Reid is though he's always adding in some new stuff. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint what their scheme is, and they got so many weapons. You know what I mean? That makes it tough on us. Let's see. Jeremy Dumas says, "Same to y'all too, bro. But we need to win out. I see these last few weeks getting tricky throughout the league. I can see it getting tricky too, but I'm not even worried about about our Green Bay game. To be honest with you, they've already solidified the NFC North. They've already solidified that spot. So, if I'm LaFleur, I'm questioning whether I'm going to play these guys or not. My starters, I'm questioning that, and so that's going to be exciting for us too to have our former OC come back, and we got a head-to-head battle. That's going to be fun.
Right.
2 years ago, we beat the Packers. I want to say. Let's see here. How did the Ravens score 47 points? Did they get a safety at the end? Yeah, they sure did, man. They were the Browns were doing some tricky stuff at the end and ended up costing them a safety. So
and with that, the Ravens covered the spread.
Hey, another tricky, sticky situation there, right?
The Ravens covered the spread. The spread was like -3.5. The Ravens were up by only 3, and then last play of the game, they got that safety. Craziness, bro. Craziness.
Right. Oh, another situation here. just focusing on the defense of the Lions. Jeff Okudah was he had surgery today, so he's out for the rest of the season. That's one of their cornerbacks. So that's one less problem we have to worry about. Manny Z says tighten up. Hey, I appreciate that too, man. You tighten up as well.
Tighten up, bro. Tighten up.
Thanks for the subscription. I saw that you subscribed this morning. I appreciate that. Are you talking about Mike Mularkey, Kyle? He said, remember when Mike was out coached? He was so bad. He must be talking about Mike Mularkey. Sorry, man. I'm trying to stick with these comments, get my screen right at the same time. Yeah, man. So I'm not too much worried about this offense, man. This defense of the Lions. Just saying we just gotta make sure we keep our eye on Romeo Okwara with those 7 sacks, 37 tackles. Make sure we keep the max protection on Tannehill when it's coming from Okwara. That fool's a beast. So give him his credit. Trey Flowers, 2 sacks, 22 tackles. Is there any other names on defense that kind of throw up a flag with you? A little concerning. Not too much for me.
No, I mean, only one I could think of is maybe Darryl Roberts. He's pretty solid, you know what I mean, as a cornerback.
Right. No, I agree. But
another
thing too, what I want to acknowledge, man, is that their defense does create fumbles, man. They got 12 forced fumbles this year. So they're punching, they're swiping, they're grabbing at the ball. They recovered 5 of them. So, and we've been plagued with the fumble bug, these past two weeks. So we got to make sure we're taking care of the football there. I'm glad I didn't forget about that. That's something that was on my mind, man. But, they're giving up 263.8 yards passing and giving up 132.8 rushing. So I think if we start the game strong and we finish strong, we give our guys some opportunities to get out there, put some numbers up and have some big plays, build that lead and then bring in some other guys, man. I don't think we should play AJ this weekend, to be honest.
What? Why?
Man, he was dealing with the knee injury.
I thought you said he would wear the Julio jersey.
Listen. But just like really kind of like planning ahead and being cautious and preparing. We need him down the stretch, man. And with 3 games left, and I think this might be the game we should kind of just rest him a little bit. I know he's a big factor for us on offense, but I think we should rest him, man. He's been playing with that knee injury, and then he keeps tweaking his ankle, and we don't want to hinder this man's career down the stretch.
Yeah, but you gotta bring out the best on Sunday, bro. If you're able to play, dude, we gotta win this AFC South, bro. We can't take no games off.
If he's able to go and he says he's willing to go, then that's one thing for me, man. But I want to be cautious with AJ, man. I want him to be around. I definitely want him to be around for us, man. Not only just this season, but we got to just look ahead and just care about our players, man. So I'm definitely questioning that. That's something that'd be on my mind when I'm preparing for this game on Sunday. What do you folks think in the comments?
I said, out of everyone, who the AFC South was the Titans' worst rival? Who's the Titans' worst rival? Weren't we talking about that the other day?
The worst rival? I would say the Colts, man. They're always a thorn in our butts, bro. I'd have to say the Colts.
You don't think Jacksonville?
I would have to say the Colts.
You think the Colts?
I would. Let's see here. Jeremy Dumas says we can't play any teams light-handed. We got to win. Kyle Scott says, I don't know, maybe keep AJ healthy for the playoffs. If we dominate in the first half, then yes, sir, AJ Brown. Jeremy Dumas says the Colts. Sidney Jackson says the Texans. I mean, it's really kind of hard to really say. because the Texans, they've won out the division the past couple of seasons, right? Am I not mistaken? So yeah, I would agree with that to an extent, Sydney, for sure. But Ravens back in the day, for sure, Jeremy Dumas, when we were the AFC Central, definitely those battles with Ray Lewis, Jamal Lewis, you know what I mean? Absolutely. I remember those days. I remember being mad
at the Jamal Lewis, Ray Lewis combo.
Yeah,
you had to deal with a Lewis on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I remember being mad as a kid watching those games.
Okay.
Hey, how's my screen, folks? Can you see me on this end? Because I'm just trying to get
I can see a comment you just put up. You just put up a Sudaman's comment. I don't think Compton is really playing. David Long played 100% of the snaps last week.
I think we already read that one.
Oh, okay.
Look, folks, give me a second. I'm sorry about this. Let me just get this camera angle right for me. I know it looks good on your end, but for me, it's a little funky.
Okay. So probably the Colts always pissing me off. Yeah, man, the Colts, man. Hey, man, when they had Andrew Luck too, man, I was like, dude. What do you think about what do you think about the Colts and Texans game?
What do I think about that? I hope that the Colts lose, man. That's what I think about it. I hope, hopefully Deshaun Watson cannot make any mistakes towards the end of the game and close out, finish the game strong. That's what I'm hoping, because that'd be beneficial for us as long as we keep doing our thing. You know what I mean? But that definitely clarifies that we got a better divisional record than the Colts would.
Yep.
If we went out against the Texans in Week 17. So, yeah, man. Our offense is now ranked third overall. So we're on the up and up with that. Just to give guys credit. We already know that Tannehill's balling. Making minimal mistakes. Derrick Henry's about to surpass his record from last year. You know what I mean? He's about to surpass that with like less than 10 yards. Corey Davis, 56 catches for 835 yards, 4 touchdowns. And we definitely cannot forget A.J. Brown, 837 yards, 51 catches, 9 touchdowns. So we're putting up numbers in the passing game, 236 yards passing. Not the best, man, but we're definitely capitalizing with our 1-2 punch in Corey Davis and A.J. Brown. And then 157.8 rushing yards. So kudos to the king,
The king, homie.
We definitely need to be run heavy this weekend. I don't care who it is. If we're having a 3 running back front out there, going with Henry, McNichols, Foreman, maybe we might see Darrington Evans. It's definitely got to be a run heavy game.
Yes, sir. I definitely agree with that 100%.
Run. Play to our strengths and to our identity. You know what I'm saying? What are your keys? What are your keys on offense, D Weez?
Keys on offense. See, this is my first thing I thought of, man. We gotta get Jonnu some more yards, bro. We can't only get him 20. Well, he had 2 catches for 20 yards last week.
Yep. But he's got 7 touchdowns on the year, man. So
yeah, but the first when we first played the Jaguars, man, he was eating them boys up. You know what I mean? I think, bro, if we get our tight end game strong, bro, get some big plays out of our tight end, I think that's going to open up everything, bro. It's going to open up, the coverage for our receivers. It's going to open up, for Derrick Henry to be on track to get that 200. You know what I mean? I think the key is to get our tight ends really involved this game and, make some big plays, Right. After we already get our tight ends going, bro. I think I want to put the spotlight on our tight ends because, I don't think their linebackers are as strong, as other teams. Like I said, man, I want to put the spotlight on our tight ends this week.
Jonnu Smith's been struggling with those injuries, man. So hopefully he's good to go. And he's almost back to 100% because I agree with you, 100%. Jeff Swaim's emerging, a little bit. He's trying kind of establishing himself.
Let's go. Let's get a 1-2 punch at the tight end spot. Let's go.
And then we can't forget Ferksker. You know what I mean? He's been big for us on third downs, man.
What's up?
Last year and this year, he's been big for us.
Right.
Let's see here. He said, "What do you think about him retiring?" Who are we talking about?
We're talking about Drew Lock.
Oh, okay, got you. Is that what we're talking about? Andrew Luck?
Not Drew. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What did I say? Drew Lock?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you know who I was talking about.
Right. I'm sorry, folks. I was just trying to get my camera right and then you get back to these comments. And he said, Foster Tate says Johnny needs to start running the ball. Hey, he's definitely a factor in the backfield. He can run the ball for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know, that, but we don't want to get too cute. You know, we don't want to get too cute. We want to
don't get too fancy. Don't get too fancy on him. Don't get too fancy now.
Foster Tate says, who was the best option we have for backup running back? Man, that's tough. Because Jeremy McNichols, he feeds off of Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I would say Deontay Foreman. I mean, I think he has good vision. He has good bursts out the backfield. You know, he's mostly just a power runner, but he makes those decisions quick when it comes to hitting the hole. So I'd probably say Deontay Foreman. I love Jimmy McNichols and what he does, but I think he feeds off the energy of a Derrick Henry. I don't think he can be a starter for us. I'm not sure though. He's definitely an asset, but you know, if Darrington Evans was, you know, we can keep him healthy, then I'd probably say Darrington Evans. You know, just watching that man's film, what he's capable of doing.
Give me Batson.
Cam Batson. Nah, man.
Give me Batson. Give my boy the bat. Real swing pass.
He fumbled in the Wildcat, man. I don't want him. And then he didn't fall on it. So I don't know if I want him running the ball like that.
He's quarterback. He was backup quarterback, man. Come on now.
Sidney Jackson says Foreman's a power back. Oh, for sure, definitely a power back. But you know, just go back and watch some film on him. He's definitely good. You know, he's East and West too. So for sure. What else are we missing here? We all caught up. Sudaman says Texans, please win. Yes, please win. I know Chris Johnson doesn't like that very much.
Please,
yeah,
we need to solidify
do it for the AFC boys.
South championship.
Tighten up, Texans. So we've already given our predictions. Mine was 34-13. Yours was 34-23. Does anybody else have any predictions in here? And then Kyle Scott says Batson is better at returning. I agree. You know, he definitely showed us he has some toe drag swag and some catching ability in big situations for us. So we definitely keep using him. I want us to see Khalif Raymond be utilized though. I want to see it. Let's take some shots. Let's stop using him as a decoy. And let's take some shots. You know, let's get Tannehill closer to that 4,000-yard mark. You know, take some shots. He's got the speed for it. Just, you know, be confident in him. Get that confidence back in Khalif.
Yeah, true that, man.
I think that about wraps it up, though, my man. I think that about wraps up tonight's show. Unless you guys have any questions or comments, you know, want to keep the show going, you know, definitely keep chiming in the comment box. Manny Z says 42-13 Titans.
Let's go.
Kyle Scott 35-10. Foster Tate, Titans D have had hella tips and almost interceptions. I'm trying to see a pick six. You and me both, Foster. Definitely trying to see that.
I'm trying to high step with him. As soon as I get that pick six, I'm high stepping with him.
Right. I'm trying to hit him with that prime time. That Deion Sanders, man. That's what I'm trying to hit him with.
I'll see you, boy. I'll see you, my boy.
Yeah, D's got to step it up. We just dropped the rankings, man. So, you know, play with pride.
If we would have got 4 picks, we would have went up
for sure. We had the opportunity.
At least 20.
We've had opportunities for sacks, for interceptions. You know,
4 for 20. 4 for 20.
Man, hey, tell me, we're not missing Jayon Brown though.
Oh yeah. We're missing, dude, bro. We're missing everybody right now, man. You know, we're still waiting for that Adoree sighting.
We're waiting on it.
We're waiting on it.
Hey, but like I was saying, man, I think he might be training for the Olympics or something. You know, he's with his acrobatics. You know, he might be training for it. He might have different ambitions in life we don't know about.
Oh, here you go, my boy.
Shout out to the boy Dory, though. He's got some skills.
Salute that man.
He's got some skills, folks. Well, I think that about wraps it up real quick. Please make sure to hit the like button. Please share the video. If you haven't subscribed already if you love our content. We just hit the 200 mark, so thank you so much for those who have supported thus far. You can find us on Instagram _official Two Tone Zone. You can also find us on Twitter. It's at Two Tone Zone Show. We also have a Facebook page. It's Two Tone Zone. That's the number 2 Tone Zone. It's all one word. So make sure you get the correct spelling on that. With that being said, it looks like we'll quick. Let's get Kyle Scotts before we head out. It would be cool if the Titans can get Khalil Mack. Hey, what do the numbers look like? When is he available? That's something I'm going to have to look into.
That man signed a max like 2-3 years ago, right?
Yeah, I mean, but if you can come to to the correct terms,
he's probably due for another max.
You can always figure it out.
He's probably due for another max for sure.
What about Danny Trevathan? I like Danny Trevathan.
Were you trying to recruit all the Bears over here or what?
Hey, he brought it up. I'm just kind of thinking my man Kyle.
I ain't even asked, bro. I ain't even asked, bro.
That's funny. So folks, we'll be back on here on Saturday for Two Tone Hour. As I said, we're just going to give injury updates, and roster moves and the AFC South information we need to address. Then dedicate a half hour to remembering Steve McNair. So please tune into that one. It's going to be a great episode on Saturday.
I can't wait.
Once again, God bless you folks for tuning in and supporting us and believing in the Two Tone Zone. So
shout out to everybody watching, everybody in the comments, and everybody who don't even like it, man. Just shout out to you, man. Shout out, being blessed and being able to be 6 feet above, man. We appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate it. Everything y'all do, y'all commenting with us, man. That means a lot, man. At first we started with nobody in it. It was just me and my boy, man. Now we got comments, man. Hey, that's awesome, man. That's good enough for me, man. We appreciate it.
Right. Real quick before I forget, shout out to my Michigan family. My family in Detroit, my auntie, and then my auntie in Saginaw, Michigan. So much love for y'all. Check out the episode when you can. Miss you guys, and I love you very much. And y'all have a good night. God bless, and we will see you on Saturday.